Welcome to this video segment where I'm going to go over one of the most important things that I believe everyone should know. This is whether you have a right to remain silent. My name is Zachary Divelbiss. I'm a criminal defense lawyer in the Phoenix area. I hope that these tips help you learn something now before you get arrested and before you need me. Stay tuned here and let's find out more about your rights to remain silent. So, you have to speak up to assert your right to remain silent. This is so important because the speak up and asserting your right to remain silent is the important part. Of course, you can also just remain silent and it would still work, but the moment you start talking, the police are allowed to ask questions until you assert your rights. So you know that you have the right to remain silent in the face of questioning from law enforcement. You may not know, however, that you have to affirmatively assert this right, or you risk losing or waiving it. So in other words, you must speak up and make it known that your choice is to remain silent. So if you're questioned by the police, do the following. Tell the officer that you do not want to talk to them. Ask if you're free to leave. If the answer is yes, then immediately leave and call an attorney as soon as possible. If you're not free to leave, then reassert your choice to remain silent, and then at that point request an attorney. Say, I do not want to talk or answer any questions. I want an attorney. Be quiet. Say nothing else until you've talked to your lawyer. It is important the police will always try and trick you into waiving your rights by asking you more follow-up questions. So once you invoke your rights, do not say anything else. Many people are overconfident and think that they can explain everything away when they're questioned by the police. This is seldom, if ever, works. Instead, be firm and respectful in asserting your right to remain silent. If the officer thinks they have enough evidence against you, then you're going to be arrested regardless of whether you answer their questions or not. So accordingly, assert yourself at the outset of the police encounter and do not wait to be arrested before you stop talking. This tip here is so important. I wish everyone that we represented knew this. You are allowed to invoke your right to remain silent the moment the police come into contact with you. You do not have to wait for the police officer to arrest you and read you your Miranda rights. Follow this simple strategy that I have here. Tell the police officer when they come into contact with you that you don't want to talk to them. Then, when they say, well, why don't you want to talk to me? The next thing you say is, am I free to leave? If they say, no, you're not free to leave, then great. Once again, you say, well, I don't want to talk to you, and I don't want to answer any questions, and I want a lawyer. From that moment, you stop talking. The police are going to try and trick you. The police are going to say, well, hey, if you've got nothing to hide, just answer my questions. The police are going to say, hey, I'm just here to answer, my boss. They got a call saying I needed to come help someone out. What's going on here? The police are going to try and trick you. They're going to say, hey, I already talked to, Joe Bob. I want to get your side of the story. These are all tricks that the police are not allowed to do. Again, though, it is your job to remain silent. If the police keep asking you questions, it is my job to fight against the prosecutor to try and get those statements thrown out. But if you invoke your right to remain silent, but then you voluntarily start talking again, then we lose. And the police win. We want to help keep good people out of jail. We want to help you. Hopefully this tip has helped you learn something for the future. Please share it. And hopefully, if you're needed for our help, you can reach out to us in a timely manner and schedule a free consultation. We want to help keep good people out of jail.